Yo. You already know what it is. It's your motherfucking boy, Cage in the Basement. And let's get into another rapid fire recap. Let's go. Bill Collector versus Young Kannon. Now, off rip, when I first heard about this battle, I thought it was super dope. When I first heard about the switch and all that, now you see both of these dudes is from that first PG class. And that era was legendary. They from them first two PG classes, man. And we haven't seen them battled yet. This was low-key a battle that we didn't even know we needed, man. Super dope. I didn't even know these dudes didn't battle. I pretty much figured everybody from that class, Bill Collector class, and from Young Kannon class all battled each other. Funny enough, these dudes never battled. So that was super hella dope to kick round one in the tournament off. Now let's get into Bill Collector, round one. Bill Collector came out. They got me battling a nigga who in 10 years ain't never switched gears. Now that was very clever to start this battle off with. Low-key, Bill Collector got bars, and he be having a lot of good angles in his battle. That's why he did so good in that Hitman battle. You know what I mean? Double bar Bill. He does a lot of other stuff, but his bars are dope if you pay attention. He be spazzing. In that first round, he was saying some shit, man. If you look at it, man, he was touching a lot of key factors about Young Kannon career. Bill Collector is so unorthodox, it's crazy. Nobody raps like that. That Morgan Freeman line, crazy. He talked about his own career. Yo, his performance was dope as well. Even though you can kind of tell he was going through something, he still pulled off a great performance. On the playback, his rounds, they was dope as well. You know what I mean? His rounds was kind of way better on the playback than they were live on Caffeine. They was all good rounds, man. Now let's get into Young Kannon. Young Kannon came out talking about the class Bill Collector was in and how he battled all of them and all of that. You know what's so crazy? He really did battle that whole class. Like, it's crazy. He battled everybody in Bill Collector class. He even had, I'm about to smoke the whole class. Like, he had a line like that. That Don and Dash line was crazy. But yo, that Green Ranger, White Ranger, different suits, but the same Tommy, that line was crazy. Your boy started punching back to back. His performance was on point too. You see what I mean? Like, Young YK throw a lot of punches per round, you know what I mean? And it just be a lot of medium punches. Nothing was really heavy in that round. He didn't have any haymakers, in my opinion. It was a bunch of good lines, a lot of rapid lines, but it was all in the same frequency. You know, the 4-bar buildup. And it's crazy because that's what he's known for in his career. I even caught a lot more of his punches on a playback. It was just classic Kannon. You know what I mean? He gave me exactly what I expected in the first round. It was a dope round. Now, in the second round, this is when Bill Collector's style starts to come alive. As he breaks down YK style, it started to become clear. This dude is different, man. He has a gift that nobody else has, and he's had it since day one. This is what originality looks like. You know what I mean? You can't copy that. It won't work. His style is super risky, but it has a hell of a reward, man. It's crazy fun to watch. That style can fail miserably, but he mastered it. He has a lot of super witty lines and a lot of entendres in his bars too. He disguises them too. That's why he calls himself Double Bar Bill. He disguises these witty lines with his performance that's super over the top and animated, and that's dope. You know, if you think back to the whole I Got the Burner era, even though that shit was super funny and hella viral, he still had a lot of good dope bars in that battle versus John and versus a lot of other niggas. Go back to that. That shit he had a lot of fire material in it. Bill Collector is one of a kind, man. Super dope. Now, Young Kannon came out in the second round. This is when his style started to stand out. And now that wasn't necessarily in a good way. He got into his safe zone. He came out again, punching back to back, throwing jabs, a bunch of good lines, but that's it. He did get into this little pocket when he switched up the flow and changed up the pattern, and I thought that was very, very good. That was probably the best segment of his second round, or even the battle, if you ask me. Even though the way he ended that segment was kind of weak, that whole Ay Dos Mio, I didn't really like that. I feel like that was the moment he needed a haymaker. In that moment, he needed a haymaker, right then and there. I still give him points for taking a risk. He still get credit for taking a risk, whether or not it paid off. Then he kind of got back into a safe zone, you know what I mean? And that's when it really started to stand out. And it didn't go over well. You going up against somebody that's taking so many risks and it's paying off. It did not look good. He got back into that little safe pocket, punching back to back with the same little frequency and flow, and it didn't go over well and it didn't look that great. The second round for me was classic Kannon, but I don't think it was enough. All in all, this battle was actually a good battle. Both of them put on. Bill Collector was just too much, man. And the funny thing about it is, I actually picked Young Kannon to win the whole thing. I picked Young Kannon to win the whole tournament. And the funny thing is, Kannon actually did exactly what I expected him to do. He had 3 solid rounds, no slip-ups, hardly any stumbles, punching back to back to back. He was punching with a high percentage. He's punching every other bar, but it still wasn't enough. But salute to Bill Collector for advancing to the second round. He got Mike P up next, man. That's going to be a goodie, man. I'm thinking that battle is going to be dope. I can't wait to see this one. I think that battle going to be super fire. But let me know what y'all think about this battle, man. It's your motherfucking boy, Cage in the Basement, and I'm out, man.